In this video we're going to do some binary addition, so it is worth starting as a quick recap what the different binary values are worth in decimal. So A is the units, which is worth 1, B would be the next column, which is worth 2, C is the next, which is worth 4, of course. So all the zeros in decimal is worth 0, 1 unit, that's 1, 2, that's a 2 and a 1, that's a 4, that's a 4 and a 1, that's a 4 and a 2, and 4, 2 and 1. So these are the base 2 numbers, these are the base 10 equivalents. So from that, just remember that when we're doing binary addition, 0 plus 0 is 0, of course, 0 plus 1 is 1, and the same goes for 1 plus 0 is 1. When it gets a little bit more tricky is when we say 1 plus 1. Well, what's 2 worth here? So 2 looks like 10. So 1 plus 1 is 1 in the next column and 0 in the units. So that's the zeros in the units column. That's the 1 in the 2's column, and these are all the units. So let's have a look at some addition. In fact, I think I'll just say that 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3 in decimal, is 1, 1 in binary. And when we've got 4 of them, 4 ones added is equal to 1, 0, 0. Then that's the 4's column. And you can always come back to this to check. So if we're going to add 5 ones together, that would be 1, 0, 1 is the same as 5. So I'll do an example. Keep it nice and simple. Got the units, 2's and the 4's. Always worth writing down above your questions. So if we have 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. But remember we said earlier 1 plus 1 is 2, of course. So 1 plus 1, we'd write it as 2 in base 10, but we can't do that in binary because there are no other digits apart from 0 and 1. So 1 plus 1 is 1 in the next column and 0 in the units. So 1 plus 1, put the 0 there, we carry the 1. So that 10, what looks like 10 is actually 2. And now we've got 1, and the 1 that was carried is 2 again. 2 looks like 1, 0. There's nothing else here, so we bring that 1 up. And of course, that 1 went into the 8's column. So the answer is 1, 0, 0, 1. But if we want to check whether we got it right or not, the top number in the question was 4 and 2. So that's 6 base 10 added to 2 and 1, which is 3 base 10 should equal 9 base 10. And does this number equal 9? Well, yeah, because we've got an 8 and a 1, which is definitely 9. I'll do another example so we can see the old one, make it a little bit more difficult. So here we have 1 plus 1 plus 1, but remember the binary number of 3 is made up of 2 and a unit. So this 3 here adds to make what looks like this, which is 3 is a 2 and a unit. So put the unit there and we carry the 1 into the next column. Just make a note of those, is 3 for your reference. And now we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 4. But remember 4 in binary looks like this. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4 looks like that. So we have 2 zeros and we carry the 1. Next column, 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. Well, that's easy. That's just 1. Next column, 1 plus 1 plus the carry from earlier, or 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, which looks like 11, but it's 1 and 2. Carry that 1. And finally, we have 1 plus 1, which looks like that. 1 plus 1, put 0 there, carry the 1. There's nothing else up here, so we bring the answer up. Check if we're getting them right. Obviously, you can use a calculator. If you want to do it manually, units, 2s, 4s, 8s and 16s. So the top number was 16 plus 8 and 2 and 1. So that's 16 and 10 and 1 is 27. That's equivalent to that in a different number base. And we added 4, 5, 6, 7, and we added 8, 9, 10, 11. So 27 plus 11 is 38, plus 7 is 45. Now, does our answer represent 45? Well, this 1 that was carried goes into the 32's place. So what we actually have left in the answer box is a 32, and we have an 8 and a 4 and a 1. Plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. 32 and 8 is 40. 4 and 1 is 5, so it's 45. So we're getting them right. I'll do one more example. Same method every time, just a little bit more intricate if you like. Now, you won't be given ones that are this complicated, but it's good to challenge ourselves. Now remember, here we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's 5 in base 10, but in binary 5 is a 4, no 2's and a 1. So the answer to this first addition is 101. 101. Next we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing there. So 4 is 100 in base 2. So from the right, 0, 0, carry the 1. Yeah, we'll do this bit next. 1, 2, 3, and the 1 that was carried is another 4. So that's 0, 0, 1. Next we have 1 plus 1, and the carry is 3. And remember, 3 is 1, 1 in binary. 1, 2, 3. So there's a 1 there, and the carried 1. And finally, we have 1 and 1 and 1 is 3, which looks like 11 again. So it's a carried 1 and 1. So this one comes into the answer box because there's nothing above it. So what's everything worth? Well, they're the units, 2's, 4's, 8's, 16's, and because there's 1 in this column here, that's worth 32. So what we can do is check on our calculator instead of doing it every time manually. So in binary, I will put, we've got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, so there's 5 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, added to 4 of them, added to 3 of them, added to 2 of them, added to 1 of them, and the answer is 3 1's, 2 0's and a 1. We have 3 1's, 2 0's and a 1. So the things to remember is make sure that you carry in the right place. So if your answer was 100, put the 0 in the answer box, another 0 next to it as a carry, and carry the 1 the correct distance away from where you started. So I hope you found that useful. Good luck and have a go yourselves.